Hello everybody, I am the PJ Gamer here with
RealAwesomeOstrich. Nice to meet you.
Today we're going to be talking about overrated
and underrated
video games. So he's going to be doing the underrated and I'm going to be doing the overrated. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's get it started, okay? Let's get it started. What, Black Eyed Peas aren't relevant anymore?
Guess not.
Alright. My overrated game is Final Fantasy VII.
So, why do you think that Final Fantasy VII is overrated, in your eyes?
I think Final Fantasy VII is overrated for pretty much one simple fact, and that simple fact is, it's really boring. It's not interesting to me, it's just dull, and it doesn't have anything really rewarding, in my opinion. The story, the characters, it's just not something that I enjoy. I don't enjoy RPGs as a whole either, so I don't really like most RPGs. I'm not saying it's not a good game, but just for me, it's not something that I would want to play.
Now, the first game that I think is kind of underrated is Sonic and the Secret Rings. Yeah, Secret Rings. Now, Sonic and the Secret Rings, I didn't play that much of it, but I played enough of it to know that it's not that bad. Sure, you don't get to control Sonic that much, but I found it pretty innovative and pretty cool, and alright, I guess. There's a couple of wrong things with it that I didn't really like, but it's not that bad of a game, and I don't see why it doesn't get that much praise. So, yeah, Sonic and the Secret Rings. Okay, now it's time for Colin's next overrated game.
My next overrated game, it might make a few people angry, but it's overrated in my opinion, and there's a reason to it. It is Power Blade for the original NES. I don't think it's very interesting, to be completely honest. The controls aren't as swift as I'd like them to be, and the character, the actual graphics are not very impressive, in my opinion. But it is an okay game. I just think it's a little bit overrated. Don't touch the button.
And now it's time for my next underrated game. Well, not by a lot of people. So a couple of people like this game. Well, a lot, but a couple of people find it overrated or not as good as they thought it would be. And that game is Tomodachi Life. You probably can't see the cartridge that well. I didn't have the case for it, so I just showed you the cartridge. But anyway, I heard a lot of people say this game is stupid, which it is, in a funny way. But it's really fun, and I really found it really interesting. It's really innovative. It's like if you crossed The Sims with Animal Crossing. And other people say that it's just boring, which sometimes it is, but you know, that Tomodachi Quest game I found really fun, but it angers me. So anyway, yeah, Tomodachi Life. I find it kind of underrated.
People don't like it?
Some people.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Why?
Enough with the 80s references.
Alright.
And now Colin's final overrated game is...
I actually don't think I'm going to say my overrated game right now. I think I'm going to leave it to the end just to make sure everybody stays. Go ahead. Say your underrated game.
Okay, well, I'm not really good at explaining underrated or overrated games, to be honest. So, yeah. But I've heard that not a lot of people like Deadly Creatures. I liked this game. I liked it a lot. The feeling to be playing as a scorpion or a tarantula instead of some sort of, I don't know, orc or elf is really different in a game like this. And I know that there's probably not a lot of games where you can play as an orc or an elf, whatever. But Deadly Creatures was just really new and really, I just found it really good. So yeah, Deadly Creatures, overrated, underrated. Okay, warning. lot of you probably like this next game. And here's a little spoiler, it's a Mario game. So, you might want to leave now before you get offended.
Yes, because this game is a lot of people's childhood, and I really don't want to ruin your childhood. So, the door's there. You can just leave, and I'm gonna reveal my, overrated game. The game I think is the most overrated. Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive? Absolutely sure?
Yeah.
Can you handle the truth?
Sure.
Super Mario 64! Oh, look how many people just left the video. Yep.
I don't know, maybe they stayed.
And I can just imagine the fanboys right now, they're foaming from the mouth and rapidly typing at their keyboard while they shake and,
Well, your channel isn't really that popular currently.
excuse me?
Well, it's true.
Well,
just explain to them why you think it's overrated.
alright, I think Super Mario 64 is overrated because it's not something that I find particularly interesting. It's not the gameplay exactly, and I know it's going to be really shallow, but it's actually the graphics. Now, I'm not into, like, all super new graphics, but the N64 I don't think was a very good console. And that's in general because it wasn't ready yet. It was just before 3D gaming, and I know there was a transition between 2D and 3D, and the N64 was kind of like the awkward stage in between. So it looked kind of 3D, but not really. So I think if it would have just ignored the in-between stage altogether, and just came out with another 2D console, and then jumped to the GameCube maybe somehow, then that might have been a better step, but I don't think it would have been possible. But Super Mario 64, it's not appealing to me, that it's just not something that I enjoy. It doesn't look good to me. It doesn't age very well. Graphics are still colorful, the music's still good. I like the gameplay, I just don't think it was ready yet. So that's why I think Super Mario 64 is an overrated game.
You know, I heard a rumor that Nintendo is remaking Super Mario 64 for the Wii U.
That might be something good if they smoothen out the graphics and everything, and
It's the Wii U, I'm pretty sure about the smoothing out the graphics.
Alright, well, I'd like to thank you for coming by, and this has been the PJ Gamer and RealAwesomeOstrich, and peace out.